talking about what I've called You and I Need Courage. What is courage? I defined that in the earlier part. Actually, I Googled this this definition. And the definition of courage that I got online was not being deterred by fear or pain, basically being brave. So the question now is this, how about if I'm afraid? How does courage help me there? Well, you're in good company. I remember that I gave an example in one of the earlier parts about a group of friends, a group of guys who wanted to be paratroopers. Now, a paratrooper is like part of the army, and basically you jump out of planes and parachutes into enemy territory and you take the place. So these guys were, they enrolled with the army, and it got to the point where they took them on the plane, opened the doors of the plane, and now said, guys, it's time to jump. And some of those guys were like, I'm not jumping anywhere. Just take me back to base, please. So basically, some of those guys were scared and they lacked the courage to make the move and to be paratroopers, which was something that they always wanted to do. So the question I asked is, how about if I'm afraid? Well, in Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, God gave Joshua an assignment and Joshua was afraid. How do I know? Because in that Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, God was telling Joshua, look, don't be afraid. I am with you. Be courageous. So on and so forth. So Joshua was actually afraid. So what do I do if I'm afraid? How does courage help? Well, courage helps by saying, even if you're afraid, just do it anyway. So for the folks who wanted to be paratroopers, they should have still jumped out of the plane with the parachute that they had and just done it anyway. So how do we deal with fear from the context of courage? Well, just do it really, with the view that God is with you and that God will always be there to help you. So just do it, even if you're afraid.